Apart from the obvious things, such as your bike, your kit, your helmet and your shoes, what are the most important things to take out on each and every bike ride? Well, we are about to give you GCN's top 10, a literal top 10 in reverse order of importance, which could prove quite controversial.
Right, starting us off in at number 10, it is patches and a puncture repair kit. Now, in case you run out of spare inner tubes, these are always going to help get you home. Number 10.
In at number 9 is energy. And not just energy inside your muscles, but energy in your pockets too. Now that can take the form of energy bars, maybe energy gels, it could even be homemade flapjack or a piece of cake, but it can get you out of some serious trouble if you start to run out of energy.
Number 8 on our list after puncture repair kit and also energy is money. Now we have in the past suggested that you roll up a note and store it in your handlebars. And then a number of you wrote in and said that unfortunately it rattled up your handlebars and you'd lost it. So apologies for that.
Yeah, sorry for everyone in the world that's lost some money because of us. So it doesn't really matter where you, well, actually it does matter where you store it, so you don't want to lose it. You want to be able to access your money, but it can get you out of all sorts of problems. From stopping at a shop and buying some food or energy if you haven't taken any out with you, as per our advice, or even, if in the worst case scenario, getting a taxi or public transport home. In at number 7, are you ready?
Yeah.
It is a multi-tool. Ooh. Now they do come in various shapes and sizes, but they will get you out of a whole load of problems out on your rides. This is the Topic 8 and it has Allen keys, Torx keys, it even has screwdrivers and a chain tool.
Number 6 is water bottle. Yeah, you kind of ruined that already, Dan. Sorry. Now, this may come higher or lower down your list, depending on where you live and the conditions that you ride in. But although water is essential for life, and if you are too dehydrated, you will die, we think that you could conceivably go for short rides without water, hence why it's number 6. But it could go higher.
Number 5 is, or are, inner tubes. Now we tend to go out with 2 on most of our rides and we store them generally in a saddlebag underneath our saddle, funnily enough. What you want to make sure of though is that the inner tubes inside your saddlebag are not punctured, because the one thing more frustrating than getting a puncture out on the ride is replacing the inner tube with a punctured one. Don't do that.
Number 4 is the humble tyre lever. Now, many tyre and rim combinations, you will find that you are perfectly able to get a tyre off without using tyre levers. But when you think about it, it's so light and so unobtrusive that you might as well stick one in your saddlebag as well, just in case your fingers are frozen or something else. I did actually once have to phone my wife to come pick me up because my tyre and rim combination proved
a bit too tight,
a bit too tight, yeah.
Understandable.
It was really tight. Yeah, it was really tight. Yeah, no, it was proper tight.
We're up to the top 3. In at number 3 is a pump. Now you might be wondering why the pump comes higher up our list than inner tubes or patches. But if any of you have watched our early roadside maintenance series, you will have seen that you can actually take your punctured inner tube off your bike, tie a knot in it where the puncture is, replace it and pump it up, and that should be good enough to get you home.
Such an inspired hack, that.
It is. I didn't think it was going to work. I've said that many times before, but I didn't believe that would work. And it did.
Well, we are up to number 2, the second most important thing to have with you on every bike ride. And it is some form of identification or medical ID. Now, for obvious reasons, this is incredibly important. Just in case the worst case scenario happens, then you are not completely lost and unknown. Essential.
Are you ready? It is time for the number 1 item that we have to take out on every ride, and it is the cell phone or the mobile phone. Now we do realise this is going to be slightly controversial. Many of you get out on your bikes for that sense of freedom, But the phone can get you out of all sorts of difficulties and actually replace a lot of the items that we've got down here. So if you've forgotten any of these, the mobile phone will allow you to contact people. You can even store emergency contact numbers and medical information on it, should you be found unconscious, heaven forbid. And you can even use it as money these days to buy food if you've run out of energy or transport home. Hiya. Yeah, can you come out and pick me up, please?
Not only that, Dan, it gets better than that. If you were to get your multi-tool out and be baffled by the array and indeed not know how to fix your bike, you could always watch GCN at the side of the road. It's that incredible. So there you go. Number one, the most important thing is a cell phone. And if you don't want anyone to contact you on air, you might as well just stick it on silent. It's just there to get you out of jail card. You know what, mate? I thought you said that was number one because you couldn't go for a ride without Instagramming it.
The keener-eyed amongst you may well have noticed a glaring omission from our top 10 essential items, an object that we have said many times before you should always take out with you on your ride. And it is the humble rain jacket stored in our middle pocket. But there is good reason for this, because as many of you have told us on various platforms, if you live in Perth or Abu Dhabi or Arizona, for the vast majority of the year, you're not going to need one of these. So it is optional.
Indeed it is, and in fact you may well find that there are items in our top 10 that you do not feel you need, or indeed stuff that we have forgotten and you think deserves a place. So in that case, you've got to let us know in the comments section down below just what your top 10 essential ride items really are.
Yeah, we'd really love to hear from you. If you've yet to subscribe to GCN, all you've got to do for that is to click on the globe. We've now got 2 more fairly relevant videos. So if you click in the top corner, you will find out how to store all these items in your rear pocket. And if you click in the bottom corner, Si talks you through how to choose your multi-tool.
Fairly relevant, I'd say that's blooming relevant.
Yeah, wow. You know me, I don't like to blow my own trumpet.